Welcome to Smart Process for Basic Project Management. This is not your typical project management static template, nor is it your typical online training course. This is a Smart Process Learn as You Do tool. This is best-in-class knowledge combined with Smartsheet, a popular, easy-to-use project management system with a step-by-step guided video. Sharing this smart process with all your employees will create a consistent project management process within your organization. If you're a new Smartsheet user, you may want to start by viewing the Smartsheet how-to video by selecting the link in row 1 right here. After becoming familiar with the information provided in this video, project teams will be ready to use the Smart Process Project Management tool, which contains 4 overview PowerPoints, 4 attached templates, and tips for each step in the process. I'll start by selecting the link in the attachments column in row 3. Then click the link for the overview PowerPoint, which is then downloaded over here. I'll open the download and we'll go to slideshow view. This is a 15-slide overview which will share basic principles that have been simplified over many years of practical trial and error applications. These are the core messages for ensuring all team members are on the same page. Successful project management is about having an appropriate set of tools, but more importantly, it's knowing when to use. It's knowing when to use which tool. Using a sledgehammer when a tack hammer is required just won't do. New project managers tend to be in a hurry and want to jump right in. Too often teams will create schedules before understanding the purpose, scope, and impact of the project. Let's start with some definitions. These bullets summarize the Project Management Institute's definition of a project. Having a more practical understanding of a project will help frame the work, especially for the novice. Projects create deliverables that currently don't exist, or they modify or change existing deliverables. Now a definition of project management from the Project Management Institute. The application of knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques to project activities to meet or exceed stakeholders' needs and wants. What's a stakeholder? Someone who has an interest in the project. We are all stakeholders somewhere on some project activity, whether it be at work or in our personal lives. What do stakeholders have in common? Stakeholders are people. What do most people do when describing what they want? They change their minds. So let's read this definition of project management again. It's the application of knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques to project activities to meet or exceed people's needs and expectations that change their minds. If you work with your team and have them identify typical project problems they've experienced, what do you believe are the common themes? 2/3 of the problems are people-related. The rest are typical, just do it mentality, conflict over resources, departments, etc. It takes both people skills and project management skills plus effective tools. What's the purpose of a business project? Business projects change a measurable business result, and results are things we can measure: revenue, expenses, defects, etc. Why do organizations need to change? Have you ever heard people say this? If it's not broken, don't fix it. Well, it doesn't have to be broken to be obsolete. Management guru Peter Drucker has insisted for a long time that not only individuals but companies need to become change agents. If you're not changing, you're not succeeding. The universe is constantly changing. We're part of the universe. If you're not moving forward, your competition is. So therefore, you're going backwards. Project management is a business process. It is not just a one-off activity. Most organizations have defined processes for running the business. Best-in-class organizations also have defined processes for continually changing and improving the business. The project management process that we will provide is a 6-phase waterfall process. It starts with customer and organizational requirements. Then the definition phase to understand those requirements, followed by an evaluation phase to evaluate deeper what needs to be evaluated, analyzed, understood. Then design the solution, then develop the solution, then implement the solution, and then post-op to verify that what we wanted to do with the project really happened. If not, why not, and what can we learn? This is our 6-phase process that we'll be following. Now I'm going to come out of the PowerPoint, close that, close this, and actually what I'd like to do now is close all of the, just show you, here's the 6 phases of the process in Smartsheet. So definition phase, evaluation, design, develop, implement, post-op, and then solution deliverables. And we'll explain all of these as we go. So now we'll go back and open the definition phase. And what I'd like to show is a few of the steps where we have additional information in these discussions. We'll start with initiate the project. So initiate the project. I'm going to now open the discussion associated with that item, and we already will have a brief description of that step. So I'll open that up. Describe how the project will be or has been initiated. Who will be or has been involved in initiating it? What information will be made available, etc. And we can add more information here and tailor it for any company. Also, as these are used in real projects, here's examples of team members adding comments, questions, comments, etc. regarding this particular item. So that's one. We'll do one more, which is describing the business background. We'll open that one, and again, similar to the first one, in the discussion, describe the events and or conditions that have led up to the need for this project. Describe the business problem, opportunity, project is intended to address, etc. Close that, and here's again some comments that team members put in, and this will put the latest comment on top as an ongoing chat. All of that can then be used to create a project report, and I'm going to create a report here. Whoops, I need to save it. So let me save what I've done so far and now create the report. And what I'd like to do, let me go back and select specific rows, so we don't need to print the whole thing. I'm going to just print up to this point. So I'm selecting those rows, going back into the print. We're going to print selected rows, paper size, landscape, and fit within the width, and I've selected to include all of the information, including the discussions. Click OK. The report gets generated. It's a PDF that has been downloaded here. We open that PDF. This is the information that, as we're doing a real project, would have dates, etc. in it. And as we scroll down, these are the discussions that we've put in as the guide for each step. So it starts out with the meetings and initiate the project, describe how the project will be initiated, and these are the chat items that the team put in. And then this was to describe the team's roles and responsibilities and the chat items that were put in there. So this becomes your project plan, your documented project plan. I'm going to close that, and the rest, all of the rest of the items, notice the list of discussions on each one. Each step would have guidance, etc. going forward, including each one of the other phases. Okay, so now we'll stop this, and here,